Samsung Galaxy A10 phone can be yours. All you have to do is to refer your friends to use Denari Cash. Click Invite Friends from the main menu. You can add your friends from your contact list or share the referral link on your social media or messaging apps. By the end of September, we will be announcing the winner of the brand new Samsung phone. Download and refer now.
Are you sending money to Pakistan? For the highest exchange rate and the lowest transaction fee, use Denari Cash. Download their app now.
Ang taas! Ang taas! Ang taas ng exchange rate ng Denari Cash. Para sa pinakamataas na exchange rate, i-Denari Cash mo na yan.
Yo, what's up? This is Real Talk Darbs. I just wanted to tell you that you can win daily prizes if you use our application, Denari Cash. Now, more customers can win prizes, discounts, gift certificates, or brand new gadgets. We would like to thank you, our thousands of avid users who engage with Denari Cash. Because of your continued support, everybody will have a chance to win exciting prizes. Now, I want you to refer because you will get rewarded. The customer with most referrals will take home the brand new phone, laptop, or even a tablet. Every month, one winner will get the grand prize. So what are you waiting for, guys? Download the Denari Cash application right now and win these exciting prizes.
Yo, what's up? Real Talk Darbs back at it again with another Facebook Live together with my Denari Cash family. I hope everybody is having a good time. I hope everybody is having a wonderful evening, afternoon, wherever you are watching this right now. I wish you good health and be thankful because at the end of the day, you're still alive, my friend. And again, this is another episode of DC Talks with Denari Cash, and I am your host, Real Talk Darbs. Now, due to popular demand, we are back to answer most common questions about a long-distance relationship. Long-distance relationship. There's a lot of people who wants to know more about this. And I know for the past week, a lot of you have been asking your situations and questions. Well, if you want to share more questions, experience, or tips about love and LDRs, let us know in the comment section below, like right now. We will try to answer those tonight. Now, if you comment during this Facebook Live, you will get 10 game credits from Denari Cash. Those credits can obviously be used to earn more rewards when you download the Denari Cash application, which the download link is on the description below. So download now using the link right now. Go ahead. I'm waiting. Done? Finish? Okay. Now let's proceed. Again, would like to remind everyone to keep downloading and referring their friends to use the Denari Cash application. Why? Because our monthly reward of a brand new Samsung Galaxy A10 is still going on. The customers with the highest referrals will win a brand new Samsung phone by the end of September. To add to that, of course, you can also play games in the Denari Cash application in the application itself to win rewards as much as 15,000 dirhams. Now, you have to do is you go to Denari Cash games and play scratch and win or spin to win. Now, if you run out of credits, all you have to do is just to make a transaction, refer a friend, or comment during this Facebook Live. Now, isn't that amazing? With just one referral, you will be getting a lot of rewards, a big one at that. Now, let me tell you more about Denari Cash and why a lot of people have been using it. Now, Denari Cash is one of the hottest and the most trusted app today. Now, thousands and thousands of users has been trusting Denari Cash with their money sending needs. Denari Cash is a money sending mobile app for expat workers to send money back home. Now, if you want to send money with the most affordable fees in a contactless way, I encourage you to download Denari Cash from Apple Play Store. And it is definitely free of charge. You can also download it from a Android smartphone as well. Now, registration is also very easy. Imagine you don't have to go out anymore, wait for days just to send money home. Now, your loved ones will not be charged any receiving fee. What you send is what you receive. So download Denari Cash to enjoy the most convenient way of sending money home. Now, if it is very convenient, honestly, I myself has been using that for the past couple of months. Now, you can send the money anytime, anywhere. Just do the money transfer from the comforts of your own home, of course. And what's more is that your first transfer is zero. It's on us, my friends. There's no fee, no lines, no bank account needed. Now, download the Denari Cash application right now. You can send money to your loved ones in the Philippines, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal, Sri Lanka, Egypt, Bahrain, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, and Morocco. That's a lot of countries, my friends. I was about to run out of breath. Now, if you have friends from any of those countries, I encourage you to share the application with them so you can both enjoy the convenience of sending money through Denari Cash. Cool stuff? Now, let me introduce to you our friends from Denari Cash who will tell us more about it. Now, let us welcome my lovely co-hosts Joven and Ingrid. Take it away.
Hi.
What's up? How are you guys?
Hi, we're doing good. How are you? Happy Thursday, everyone.
Happy Thursday, everybody. For sure, everybody is packing their winter clothes right now. I've heard that the last day of summer was just this week, and everybody is ready to celebrate winter in Dubai. That correct, Joven? I can see you're using your cardigan now, Joven. Huh? Joven, you don't have an audio. I think you have muted yourself.
Intentionally, yeah, I did not.
Intentionally. Thank you very much, Joven. Cool stuff. Now, Ingrid and Joven, can you tell us more about what is new with Denari Cash? Ingrid, can you please take it away?
Sure. So, what's new with Denari Cash? So, we have launched the referral program. So, if you are a Denari Cash user, you will get 20 dirhams for every successful referral. Meaning, if the person you referred successfully uses the app, makes a transaction, you will also get 20, sorry, not 20, 4 game credits for every referral. But if you comment now during this Facebook Live, you will get 10 game credits. So that would be 14 game credits. And then those game credits can be used on the Denari Cash games. And then on the Denari Cash games, you can earn bigger rewards, vouchers, discounts, cash prizes, and then a brand new gadget. And then also our referral program is still ongoing. The customer with the highest referral by the end of September will take home the brand new Samsung phone. So I encourage everyone to download Denari Cash and then refer friends to experience the benefit, the convenience, and the affordability of sending money home using the Denari Cash.
Good stuff. A lot of things that we are excited what Denari Cash is doing. I think Joven is going to tell us more about Beam and Go discount. Of course, the DC Academy and more banks that can be linked to Denari Cash. Take it away, Joven.
That is right. I need to take a deep breath because I'll be saying a lot of things. So first, with Beam and Go, the 5% discount is still available when you purchase your Beam and Go items via the Denari Cash app. An array of products are waiting for you. We have fresh option, a gift certificate worth 500 pesos that is available. We also have seafood package for only 1,049 pesos, healthy ulam bundle for only 789 pesos, and fresh fruits package for only 809 pesos. These items will be delivered fresh at your doorsteps. And delivery coverage is in Metro Manila, and it will be received within 7 to 10 days. And speaking of account linking, we had account linking fully activated again, and we now have around 13 banks that are available. So we have ADCB, ADIB, Citibank, Emirates Islamic Bank, ENBD, FAB, HSBC, LIV, Masharek Bank, Masharek Neo, Nor Islamic Bank, Sharjah Islamic Bank, and Standard Chartered Bank. So we're adding more banks in the future so that Dinari Cash will become more accessible to everyone. And lastly, about DC Academy. So for entrepreneurs, professionals, and to those who are aspiring to build their own business and become formidable in your industry, you can catch our DC Academy episodes. We have topics about technology versus humanity, marketing with zero budget, customer service that drives sales, winning CRM strategies, and how to use data to transform your business.
Amazing, good stuff. I'm curious about DC Academy. I've been following that one up, and keep it up, because for sure there's a lot of people who's not just watch it for the sake of downloading the app, but of course they are actually learning a lot about how to become their own boss. And hopefully, because of that, they're gonna use the Denari Cash app to send money when they get their first salary. Does that make sense? Anyway, now again, I just wanted to tell everybody that by the end of September, of course, the one with the highest referrals will bring home the brand new Samsung Galaxy A10. Now, keep on sharing the application to your friends. So, Joven, tell us, how can they refer? I mean, let us enlighten them with this.
Okay, so actually there are different ways wherein they can refer their friends. But the most commonly used is you can go to the homepage of Dinari Cash. From the top left portion, you will see there the menu button. Just click that and then click on Invite Friends. From there, you'll be able to share your unique link via different messaging platforms such as WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, and SMS as well. So just make sure that your referral will be using your unique download link so that they will be tagged in your referral list.
Cool stuff. Thank you very much for that, Joven. Now let's go on to the main event, the main meat. We got some of your most common questions about long distance relationship and love relationships. I guess that's why I'm here. Now, the first question is, should monthsary and anniversaries be celebrated always? That is a good question. Always, huh? So, what do you think, Ingrid? Should it be celebrated always?
I think it's a prerogative of the couple if they want to celebrate it all the time. There are some people who celebrate it in a small way, showing acts of love in a small way, like greeting or calling your partner, sending a message. If you are the type of person who's not comfortable celebrating it, monthsaries or anniversaries, just tell your partner that, hey, this is not my thing. But keep in mind that whether you celebrate anniversaries or monthsaries, every day that you get to spend or talk with the person you love, it's a celebration of love already. So also, I have a thing about this monthsaries and anniversaries that sometimes it tends to be commercialized. Some businesses take opportunity for this, for example, celebration of monthsaries and anniversaries to make more profit. So really, it's up to you if you are the type of couple who would celebrate these kinds of things.
Good stuff. Thank you very much for that, Ingrid. How about you, Joven? Do you think that it's really necessary for everyone to always celebrate monthsaries and anniversaries?
I also ask myself about that. Is it necessary, or we have gotten used to this norm? Well, for me, it really depends on the kind of love that both you and your partner want to receive. Because I know some couples who are fond of celebrating every little milestones in the relationship, celebrating that they have lasted for months, days, or years. But you really have to learn how to compromise and accepting that it is all part of loving that person. However, if we will be more practical, an anniversary will be enough, and also plan to diverting these activities rather to something meaningful. Perhaps something new investing could be something that we could focus on, like every year, something new. Yeah.
Cool, a very practical answer, Joven. Thank you very much for that. And of course, Ingrid, my answer for that is I think celebration, yes, of course. But in a sense, there are a lot of ways on how to celebrate things. Most people, when you say about celebrating, means that you have to go out, spend money. I think celebrating means acknowledging it. For anniversaries, yes, it is a must. Not everybody will have the chance to reach a yearly celebration of being together. So I think make it a little bit special. Take them out, grab some flowers, or something that would make it extra special. For monthsaries, yes, you should celebrate it, but not necessarily meaning that you have to go out and spend big and post it on social media that this is what you do and give and just to show off. I think that especially these times, let's we can always be practical and put the money where it needs to be put in. Um, but we can always celebrate it in a manner where um when you actually just acknowledge, you have to say good morning to your partner, tell them that somehow these are the things that I want you to tell, that thank you very much for being with me, and that we have reached a month, 3 months, 6 months, and somehow I'm happy to be with you. A simple breakfast, a simple good morning kiss, a simple um movie together, a quality time, or you just let your partner realize that they are special at that specific day. That itself is a celebration. It's just that somehow we have to be practical whenever we celebrate the monthsaries. Maybe in between 3 months, you can celebrate dine out. But if you say that you have to spend big every month, in my own opinion, if you can, by all means, why don't you go ahead and do it? But in these trying times, I think that just making it special with your partner is a big enough celebration, especially if it's just monthly. Cool stuff.
Yes.
Cool. Yeah. So that is something that most people for sure is having difficulty thinking about as well, because for sure a lot of couples, they might feel as if they're pressured, diba? When there's a monthsary, and the other partner as well would somehow expect to have a big time celebration. So you know somehow that you're with the right partner if both of you will have the same wavelength, same practicality when it comes to celebrating. Anyway, question number 2. How do you make your partner feel that you are financially equal? This is a good question. Um, Joven, how can you make your partner feel that you're financially equal?
I have to clear my throat. In cases like this, I'm just gonna do real talk, Darb, as well. When you're in love, you have the tendency to give more or give all. So it's a very complicated question since the answer to that mostly depends on the setup and your agreement, and again the willingness to compromise. Maybe we can make our partners feel equally responsible to our finances by simply having a shared expense, allowing them or asking them to pay certain bills or keeping track of your expenses, and assigning a person to cover a bill. I guess that's where mutual responsibility in a relationship can begin.
Hmm. That could be a very great way to put things into perspective. How about you, Ingrid? How can you make your partner feel that you are financially equal?
On my end, I would have a talk with my partner, make decisions together. I need to make my partner feel that we are 50-50 or equal in making the decisions. And then I would let him shoulder some of the responsibilities or expenses to make him feel that we are equal. I think this is a very sensitive topic, especially for men, because sometimes they feel emasculated when the lady has more income and shoulders more of the expenses. On the other hand, if you are the person with a lower income compared to your partner, maybe you could show other ways to help in the household, doing the chores or doing physical activities or physical chores like cooking, probably things like that. So yeah, how about, actually I'm curious about you, Darbs and Joven. What if your partner has more income? Do you think it's fine? I think because society now has a perception that it's men who should have the bigger income, and sometimes other men get emasculated when the woman has bigger income. I think it's also a good topic to discuss. A lot of
Yeah.
people have been talking about this also.
Actually, yeah. To answer, I'm gonna be able to answer your question later on. But if you put up the question that how can you make your partner? Did I smell something bad here to make the P becomes F? Anyway, as what I have been saying, how can you make your partner feel that you are financially equal? I think by letting them understand that their value does not depend on how much money they put in every month or every year. I think it's both moral responsibility of you, even if you are on the side that is earning more, to make your partner realize that his value, your love, or things should not be linked emotionally depending on how much money they have. I believe the only reason why we feel as if we feel low or we feel insecure when our partner, especially if men, has lower income than the female, is because it's just those thoughts in our heads, our own insecurities that makes us feel we are inferior, and that those voices are the voices that is put up in us by the society. Because at the end of the day, when both of you decided to be together, there's no I have a higher income and you have a lower income. It's just the both of you trying to help each other pursuing the things that you want. Now, I have experienced that situation previously, and I was happy on my partner during that time that she did not make me feel inferior, and I did not feel inferior. The case was it made me actually more, it gave me more fire. It gave me more fuel to the flame to pursue the things that I want. Not because I want to have more than what she earns, but because I wanna know and I wanna prove to myself that I can reach higher. So how can you make your partner feel that you are financially equal? By telling them and building a culture with the both of you that their value is not supposed to be based on how much money they have on the bank, but it should be based on how much love you give to each other every single day, the mutual respect. Money should be out of the window whenever you talk about specific things with yourself. When you talk about the love, the responsibility, money should not be there in the first place, though it is very vital to make things more easier. But at the end of the day, specifically if you are in the Middle East and both of you are working and earning, I mean, you never have to compare someone's chapter 1 to someone's chapter 10. And that is what people would think. People who comes in the UAE or as an OFW would look at people who are in the UAE for 10 years, and then they tend to tell themselves that I am no one compared to them. But they then realize that the potential that they have at that specific time, at their chapter 1, is actually way higher if you compare it to the person that they're comparing the chapter 10 into. When they were on their chapter 1, it was way lower than who they were. So my advice is not to just overthink of things and just focus on you, focus on your partner, on how you can both improve with each other. And I thank you. Thank you very much. I have so much things to say, but yeah, I mean
So many
that
feelings.
yeah, exactly.
I felt it.
Yeah, because these are one of the most untapped questions. That's why I love the question when it was asked. And there is those, as what you have said, Ingrid, norms that it's not supposed to be that it's not supposed to be that when a woman has more earnings than a man. I mean, at the end of the day, the right woman will support his man even if they were still small. Every big tree was once a small seed, and it takes a special woman to see that picking a seed, being with the right man, they know that they can build them up to become a bigger tree that someday that tree is actually helps them put a shade on them. I mean, you know what I'm trying to say, as an
Yeah.
analogy speaking. So yeah, that's the thing. I have so much things to say, but that's what I thought.
Yeah, I love the thoughts. I love the point of view.
Thank you very much for
Yeah.
that, Ingrid. Before we proceed to the next question, let's just go ahead and read some of the comments here. Jeffrey, he said that he's gonna watch the reply. Evelyn, shout out to Evelyn, to Gray, to Mark DC, and Ruel Rivera. Paano magwo-work ang isang relationship kahit LDR? I think we're gonna be having a topic on that later on.
Yeah.
Enchong de la Cruz said, sad reality. May Ann is saying magandang gabi. And Huang Shanshan, of course, is saying good evening, RTD fam, Team RTD and sisters. Thank you very much, RTD fam, for supporting this live. Next question. Why are some people afraid of commitment? Oh, speaking of that, that is my vlog for tomorrow. So check it out for those of you who's
Oh.
watching. Now, that is a good question. Now, Joven, are you afraid? Are you scared of commitment?
Personal.
I personally believe that things like this actually develops because most of us, majority, whenever we enter a relationship, we are all hopeless romantic because we wanted to end things properly. But then I always mention this: what you are today is the product of what you did or what you have experienced in the past. We are always reactive to what occurred in our surroundings. So with that, you can't blame a person if he or she is afraid of commitment. But if we are willing to accept the kind of love that she or he can give at that point of time, then maybe you have to be resilient and forgiving at the same time. Even the coldest heart can feel the warmth if the love is real.
Oh, Joven.
Oh.
Again, those real talk, Joven. I think I have to move away now because I think Joven is gaining the strength to drop those wisdom bombs. Thank you very much for that, Joven. How about you, Ingrid? Are you
Uh,
afraid of commitment, or why are there some people afraid of commitment?
yeah, I'm not in the point in my life right now that I want a commitment. But I'll go to that later on. Why some people are afraid of commitment? I think most people are afraid of commitment because they are afraid of being hurt. And it's not just stemming from their past relationship or past experiences. It could also be stemming from the issues with the family. Most people that I know who are afraid of commitment have some, for example, are coming from a broken family, either the mom or the dad left. Also, it could be stemming from childhood issues. They feel that the world is always unfair to them, that they always get the shorter end of the stick, and that whenever they experience something great, for example, uh, a great love is present or to them, for them to grab that opportunity, they feel that they don't deserve it. So I think that that's one of the reasons why they're afraid of committing. Number three, I think it's also because of society and technology. I think in the past it's easier For example, you meet someone, you have feelings, and then you be in a relationship, you grow that relationship, and then you grow together. Now I think people have more options. The terminologies like in a complicated relationship, things like that, or a casual relationship. I think those terminologies were just born because of as society and technology evolve. That's why people put those labels that okay, we're in a complicated or in an open relationship. But in the past times, those terminologies or those notions do not exist. Now I think people have more options. That's why okay, I'll be in an open relationship, something like that, or in a casual relationship. Lastly, I think this is from my personal point of view. Because of different priority, I might not be open to a committed relationship right now, but it doesn't mean that in the future I still won't be. I just have like a different priority or things that I want to focus on, and that in my life right now I can't juggle those two, my priority versus a committed relationship. So yeah, that's just my take on why people are not into commitment.
There that was quite a lot of points, and for sure people who was watching it was able to get a value to what you were saying, Ingrid, and of course to Joven. I have a different opinion on this as well. um I think part of the reason why people are scared and afraid is rooted because they're not ready. Part of the reason why most people are scared to do things is because they're not prepared to handle it. So a lot of people are not ready at that specific time to commit. It could be that it's not their priority at that specific time. A priority where maybe the priority is to pursue the commitment that they have within themselves. A priority that they wanted to pursue their commitment to their parents, finances, to school. So that is the reason why most people would say that you are scared of commitment. It's not that they're scared, it's just that it is not their priority at that specific time. Now, I think most people can easily throw an accusation that most men are scared to commit versus women. I would beg to disagree on that. If that was the case, if men are scared of commitment, you would not see men having girlfriends. There, you would not see men having girlfriends. The rate of men having a formal relationship with women would be very low if that was the case. But it is not. I mean, every man in their teenager or even until now, an adult life, they tend to be committed with someone. The question remains is that it is not that men are scared of commitment. It's just that they don't see themselves committing to you as a woman. Then if that is the case, because men will basically be in a relationship with someone, with a woman. And most of the time, people who say that men are scared of commitment because they only base it on themselves, that whenever they see a man, those men are not committing to them. Hence, they begin to somehow realize that men are scared of commitment. That somehow should give you a self-awareness to understand. First off, you don't have to degrade yourself and feel down because there's no men that would want to commit to you. At the end of the day, you should never allow yourself, you should not allow your self-value be determined by some other guy who wants to commit to you. You don't need that. But also on the other side of the fence, you have to evaluate yourself. You have to understand and you have to self-audit. If there are guys that you had a fling, you had a no-label relationship into, listen to what they have to say. And on those past relationships that they had, check what are the similarities that they tell you. It's not that you have to understand and pull yourself down because there's a lot of negativities, but this is you trying to understand what could be the things that you can improve, such as maybe You're a type of person who's very jealous. You're a type of person who's very controlling. You're a type of person who's very needy. So those kind of things turns people off. And it should not be the case. Where if you understand that you are like that, you can then make a plan to change it if you know that there is a problem. What is the mistake on most of us is we always tend to put the blame to the other person. We tell them that you're like this, that you don't want to commit, that all guys are like this and like that, that somehow we fail to accept the responsibility as well. That somehow maybe there is a part of us that has a fault in this. That is why there is no guy who would want to commit to me. So I think you are part of the problem, and what's comforting with that statement is that you can also be part of the solution. Yeah, that's my answer, ma'am.
Darbs, can I add something on that?
Yeah,
I,
sure.
I just wanted to add something because of what Ingrid mentioned earlier. So, because there's a lot of options left and right. So the more you learn about love, the more you categorize it, and the more susceptible you are to being alone. That's what I see right now.
I think most people right now don't want to be alone. That's why they are in a relationship. Most people are scared to be alone. That is the reason why they tend to just pick someone, even if it's not the person that they really like, because of the feeling that they just don't want to be alone. They would just settle for less. They would just settle below what their standards are, just for them not to feel the feeling of being alone. That's why I always push for the saying, um, learn how to be alone first so that a companion is just an option, not a necessity. Now, most people are with someone because they cannot afford themselves being alone. Now, if you
Actually,
are able,
yeah.
yes, go ahead, go ahead.
Sorry. Sorry. Actually, that's another question. Why are some people afraid of being alone? What do you think? I mean,
Because they don't have the courage to face it. Most people are scared to eat in a restaurant alone. I don't know, maybe because of the judgment, because of them feeling as if they don't have value because they're only eating alone. Most people don't have the courage to watch cinema alone. Because what? There's a lot of things, a lot of instances. And one of those instances, and one of core reasons as to why they're scared of being alone is because they don't have the capacity to make themselves happy themselves. That the only happiness that can make them feel, or the only joy, or the only happiness can only be found and can only be brought by another person. And that is the reason why they tend to find their happiness to someone else, because they don't trust themselves well enough to generate their own happiness. And that is one of the things that most people should be self-aware of, and one of the skill in life that you should have to learn. Learning how to generate your own happiness is very, very vital, because most of us tends to lose ourselves just to make the person stay, because that person is the only source of our happiness. That when this person is gone, we're devastated. We're so alone. We feel lonely. And what happens with that? Even if you are not the type of person who's gonna beg, who's gonna chase, who's gonna do things, but you tend to do it because you're desperate, because you know that somehow when this person is gone, I'm not gonna be happy anymore. So most people tends to lose themselves just for someone to stay, because they cannot afford them to be gone, because they cannot afford themselves to make, they cannot allow, or they are not able to make themselves happy being alone. And that is a vulnerability.
You're too busy looking at the moon and then you forgot the stars.
Yes, yes, sir.
wow.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And most people throw up their diamonds just to pick up rocks.
Oh, yeah.
So, question number 4. How to deal with in-laws who are accusing me of cheating? This is something very unusual. Cool. How will you deal with them, Jovin?
Oh no, I don't have in-laws, but if I'm going to portray the role, then maybe I'll ask. I will often ask, where did they get that? Who's your source? What made you think that I am cheating? These are the questions that comes in my mind whenever we deal with issues regarding cheating. The gravity of the topic is heavier because the in-laws are involved. However, as a mature person and as a sign of respect to them, you need to have a one-on-one conversation with them and try to understand where they are coming from. At the end of the day, they just want the best for their children, and if they are intervening to get the facts straight, I guess we can't complain. They have all the rights to do so. And always remember that at the end of the day, they wouldn't allow you to be part of their family if they don't trust you in the first place.
Yeah, that's very simple but very effective, if I should say. Thank you very much for that, Joven. How about you, Ingrid? If you are in a situation wherein your in-laws are accusing you of cheating, how will you handle it?
Um, First, I would look for, I will try to find out what led to the accusation. Maybe they saw something and they misinterpreted it. And then I'll just explain myself if that's the reason why they're accusing me. Second, I would talk to my partner on how to deal with the in-laws. Sometimes it's the partner who's your first defense. Sometimes the partner shoulders does that responsibility, does that duty of dealing with the parents or the sisters. Number three, I will respond if necessary, but in a civil or very calm manner. Maybe when things get out of hand, that's the time I would respond. In my opinion, in every argument, I would prefer not to be hostile or belligerent. I would deal with it in a decent manner. I always try to avoid saying bad things about the other person, because I know even if the situation is making me feel aggressive or something, I would try to stop myself from saying harsh words or answering back. I would rather be quiet and wait for everything to calm down before I respond, because at the end of the day, I don't want to regret the things that I would be saying, even if it's just me defending myself. I think there still should be a decency on how I would conduct myself to other people, because to me, it's when someone's accusing you of something, it says so much about them and not about you. So yeah, just be decent and calm.
Cool. I learned a lot from those two answers of you guys. That is why I'm gonna incorporate that. I'm gonna just copy and change it a little bit. So, first off, how to deal with the in-laws who are accusing me of cheating. First off, you have to tell yourself, did you cheat or not? So if you did, you don't have the audacity to prove them wrong because you were a cheater. So that's one thing. So given that you did not do it, because if you did, then you can't ask me this question. It's not an accusation. They're stating a fact. Now, if you know that they're wrong, you can tell them, as what Ingrid is saying, that you can deal with them in a manner which is very calm. But that is a very difficult thing to do, specifically because you are being accused of something that you didn't do. So, in order for you to arrive in that specific state of calmness, you have to understand them. Understand, in a way where, as what Joven mentioned, that the intent as to why they are telling you that is because their only intention is to protect their kid, your spouse. And somehow you married that person because you love them as well. And part of loving someone is protecting them. So you can reframe your mind in dealing with them, that part of the reason as to why they are trying to confront you with that accusation is the intent for them to protect their kid. So somehow you tend to be more calmer, and somehow be able to deal with them civilly, in a civil manner. I believe that if you really don't have anything, or what they were saying is not true and you're confident, tell them to give me facts. It's just basically your words against mine. Most of the time, specifically the parents would usually just listen to her say that they saw me or they saw you in a mall with a woman. There could be a huge chance that maybe it was not you because you really did not cheat, or maybe that they did saw you and that was actually your cousin. I mean, first off, everything can be settled with proper communication, and when you communicate, there is supposed to be an intent to solve it. When you have the intent to solve it, the communication tends to become more fluid, easily understandable if both parties has the intent to make a solution out of the conversation about the problem. And if you really, from the bottom of your soul, did not really cheat, then for sure there will be a specific scenario where you can prove yourself that you didn't do it. And somehow just ask them straight up, where did they get, heard, or saw, for them to really have the strength to ask you a very hard accusation. So you take the conversation from that. But before walking into that conversation, you have to really know that you did not cheat in the first place. Because if you do, you're walking into a very dangerous path, my friend. Cool. So if you really didn't do anything, for sure, there will be a specific question, a specific statement that would prove everything wrong. As long as both of you has the intent to solve the problem when you are both discussing it. Cool.
Cool.
Yes. So I think now we have a special caller that will ask us a very special question. Can you introduce her, Ingrid?
Hello? Is she here? Hi. Can you
Hello.
introduce yourself?
Yes, hi. Hi Ingrid, hi Jen, and hi Darbs.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Can you introduce
Hi to
yourself?
Denari family. I'm
Uh,
Christine. So I'm from Dubai. I'm here in Dubai. Um, I'm friend of Joven. So I have a question. Is it okay to ask now?
sure.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Okay. So guys, how you handle problems and fights from a distance?
Oh, okay. That's a good question. How can you handle fights, especially if you're in a long distance relationship? I think since Christine, you are a friend of Joven, why don't we ask Joven first? For sure, he knows the answer as well.
You don't communicate so that there's no fight. But as simple as that. But how do you handle it? Um, I think if you're mature to be in a relationship, everything can be fixed in conversation. So you just need to lay out all the problems that are existing and the problems that could possibly exist before you even committed to a long distance relationship, so that you will be able to have like ways instantly on how to fix what's going on. And then at the same time, you have to be, I think, you need to have the sensitivity to tackle and discuss things with your partner, so that you'll be able to come up with great solution. Since if the love for both of you is still like strong, then no other adversaries could actually be in between.
Cool. Thank you very much for that, Joe. How about you, Ingrid? How will you handle fight from afar.
May I ask, Tina, what are you fighting about? Is it something you think is fixable? I mean, what's the issue between you and your partner? Is it third party? Is it money?
I think it.
Hello?
Again, Ingrid.
What are you fighting about? Is it third party?
Hello. How about trust issue?
Trust
Okay.
issue. So your
Ano
partner
ang
isn't
trust issue
trusting you. Yeah, I think in our past Facebook lives, we've also talked
Yes.
about this, that you know, if someone is kind of insecure or scared that the other person will cheat, the partner needs to assure the other person that he's not or she is not cheating. Probably for example, your partner wants you to have a conversation daily. I think you have to adjust to that. You have to give it to the person, but at the same time, put a deadline on it, put a limit on it, because at some point, you need to set a boundary that you know, if you really can trust me, I think this would not work. So being 50-50 with your partner, give him or her what he or she wants, and at the same time, you also need to see that that person is adjusting for you, especially if you're not doing something or anything bad or wrong there.
Cool. Cool. So, Christine, I think the question is specifically because the partner is not trusting you. That's why you fight. Is that correct? That's right. Correct. Okay. Cool. Here's my suggestion with you. Um, I think the best way for us to solve that problem is to understand that we shouldn't be never allow your present suffer the consequences of the past. I understand that somehow there are specific times why a partner has a trust issues because of the previous relationship mishaps that they experienced. And I think it is unfair, first of all, to let your present suffer the mistakes of your past relationship. So going into a inside the new relationship, you should leave it all behind. Now, if your partner is accusing you of things, you have to let him understand by telling them the things that I told you just now. Second is, if you have the intent to solve it, it will be solved. But if you don't, it will, specifically if you guys are from a very far, or you are in a long distance relationship, the communication is your best weapon to somehow be able to triumph on the struggles of being in a long distance relationship. And I think aside from communication, it is trust with each other is your shield for you, or for you to prevent the relationship from being destroyed. Now, if he doesn't trust you or she doesn't trust you and you are on a long distance relationship, my friends, you are working on a disadvantage. As what I have mentioned, does LDR impossible to work? Of course it's not, but it's hell damn difficult. It's just like saying that you can climb Mount Everest. Yes, you can. It's not impossible. Quite some people was able to do it. But it's hell damn difficult, and not everybody has the capacity to climb the summit of the Mount Everest. In climbing the Mount Everest, you're supposed to have a lot of gears, a lot of trainings. In climbing the summit of long distance relationship, you also have to have a lot of gears, values. And one of the gears that you're supposed to have is trust. If you don't have trust, it's not gonna work. It's like climbing the Mount Everest without proper suits on. Parang nakasando ka lang pag nag-climb ka ng Mount Everest if you don't trust your partner. I mean, that's not gonna really work. So I believe You have to communicate, let them understand that you don't have a choice but to trust each other. Because if you don't, then you're both just wasting time making it work, because it's like trying to climb the Mount Everest na nakasando lang. You're gonna freeze to death and both of you are gonna die. Cool?
Parang outfit niya ngayon
Nakasana.
nakasandal.
Can you take it off? Take it off.
Christine, I hope your question has been answered. Any more follow-up question?
Do you have question for Darbs?
No.
Okay, that is a short
Okay,
answer.
Darbs. Are you single now? Joke, no.
I am single, but my heart is taken. Cool.
Ano ba?
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you,
Thanks,
Christine.
Darbs. Thanks, guys, for the
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dean. Have a nice
Thank
day.
you.
So
Thank
yeah,
you,
I think
bye.
that was a meaningful question coming from Christine. I think that was based from experience, and I think there are a lot of people who's watching and has the same experience. So I hope that they were able to get a value out of what we're trying to say here. Now, before we proceed, we have some few messages coming from our sponsor. Of course, who else? Denari Cash. There you are. Take it away, Mark.
Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday to you! Happy...
Taka na kanta, wala namang may birthday ah.
Eh Brad, sabi kasi dun sa napanood ko, yung pagugas kasi ng kamay, kasi bilisan ng pagkanta ng happy birthday.
Ito ba?
Oo. Eh ikaw, ginagawa mo?
Ito nagpapadala ng pera sa Pilipinas. Bago ka pa matapos ng paghugas ng kamay mo dyan at pagkanta mo ng happy birthday, nakapagpadala na ako.
Bilis naman nun.
Siyempre, dinari cash to eh.
Talaga?
Oo, mabilis to. Kala mo, na.
Ang taas! Ang taas! Ang taas ng exchange rate ng Dinari Cash! Para sa pinakamataas na exchange rate, i-Dinari Cash mo na yan! In light with the community quarantine and growing cases of COVID-19 in the Philippines, nakipag-partner ang Dinari Cash sa Beam and Go para directly makapag-purchase ang mga OFW ng grocery para sa kanilang pamilya sa Pilipinas. Paano magpadala? Madali lang. On the app's home screen, choose Groceries. Choose the location of the beneficiaries. Choose the grocery items you want to send. And lastly, enter recipient's required details and proceed to payment. Ganun lang kadali. Kaya kabayan, kung gusto mo magpadala ng grocery sa iyong mahal sa buhay sa Pilipinas, i-Dinari Cash na yan.
We're back at it again. We'd like to encourage everyone to please download the Nari Cash application to send money home and share it to your friends and win rewards. Now, by the end of this September, one of the highest referrals will bring home a brand new Samsung Galaxy A10. Now, don't forget that if you comment tonight, you will get 10 game credits. My friends, that's not 2, that's not 3, that is 10 game credits, which will allow you to somehow win one of the, I think 15,000, you have an opportunity to win 15,000 dirhams worth of prizes. Now, as what I have been mentioning, when you play games on the Nari Cash app, you are able to win 15,000 dirhams. So what are you waiting for? Or you will have a chance to win rewards worth of 15,000 dirhams. Now, if you really want to download it, you can go ahead, check the link on the description above for you to try the application out. Now, I think it's time to read and answer some of your comments. I think we can call... This is one guy who's spamming. Mark my song. Why does some people is so afraid to face and accept that somehow they also have a mistake why their partner broke up with them? I think this is very common to people, that we tend to project the fault to the other party, that feel entitled as if we have not done something wrong. And this is very evident to people who broke up, that we tend to tell that it's the other party alone's problem. Very rare for you to find a couple that broke up and the partner or the other person would say that part of the mistake was mine. Very rare will you find that. Most of them would blame the partner, the things that they were not able to do, the things that they did, but they did not even ask themselves and tell themselves that it's their fault. Somehow, part of the reason why they're there is you have to take accountability to it. So, another comment that we're gonna read here is Donna. Donna Regina Saki Bargaza. She said, "Good eve, Kuya Darbs. It's my first time here in your life. For me, the best thing in long distance is time and communication. Trust is not enough. Of course. Um, Time and communication, and also of course trust. I believe understanding each other and always choosing each other no matter what could also be your defense, your fuel for you to climb the summit and be successful in long distance relationship. Now, I think that our audience, together with my lovely co-host, um, were able to get a lot of insights regarding handling long distance relationships, and of course knowing how to navigate ourselves with it if ever we find ourselves there. And I wanted to thank everyone for joining us tonight, and I hope that you have learned something from us, because I myself learned a lot from my lovely co-host here. Now, if you have more questions, just send us a message and the Nari Cash team will get back to you. Now, would like to repeat, please download Denari Cash, play the games, and share the application to your friends and family for you to get a chance to get the grand prize of Samsung Galaxy phone. Now, Joven and Ingrid, do you have any final message?
Uh, Tomorrow we'll be airing the episode 6 of her DC Academy with our very own CEO and founder, Johnson Talian. The topic would be what it takes to be an effective leader. So if you're leading a team in your company, if you're planning to put up your business, this is a perfect episode for you. And then again, I would like to encourage everyone to download Denari Cash and then refer your friends, because we will be giving a lot of rewards to people who would refer their friends to use Denari Cash.
Yes, thank you very much for that. How about you, Joven?
Well, to those who are currently in a long distance relationship, for you to fill in the gap, download Dinari Cash, just send money. Let them feel loved by sending groceries or food to your loved ones wherever they are in the Philippines. So download Dinari Cash. It's a product that is created for you. So if you have any money transfer needs, you can trust our product.
Amazing, amazing. That is one of the best things you said tonight, Joe. Very smooth, by the way. Huh? Thank you very much for that. Again, guys, thank you very much for joining. And if ever you're wondering why would you download the Nari Cash application, first of all, this is created by an OFW for OFWs as well, and expanding very fast. The Nari Cash application gives you a lot of benefits, such as sending money with a high transaction rate, very low transaction fees, allows you to send money just in the comforts of your own home, making yourself healthy so that you can continue supporting your loved ones back home. You can also send GCash, and of course, you can send groceries wherever they are in the Philippines. So please go ahead, download the Nari Cash application. You can check the link in the description above. download it right now. And we'll see you again for sure. I believe next week. And we're gonna be having a lot of discussions regarding relationship, love, and of course, finances. Thank you very much, Joven. Thank you very much, Ingrid, for joining me tonight. And thank you very much to you for joining us, for watching. This has been Real Talk Darbs, always giving you real thoughts through real talk. Always remember, self-worth since day one. Yalla, bye.
A brand new Samsung Galaxy A10 phone can be yours. All you have to do is to refer your friends to use Denari Cash. Click Invite Friends from the main menu. You can add your friends from your contact list or share the referral link on your social media or messaging apps. By the end of September, we will be announcing the winner of the brand new Samsung phone. Download and refer now.
Utang ko! Brad! Bakit, Brad? Papadala nga pala ako. Pababa muna ako, ha? Gusto mo sumama kita? Huwag na. Paano ko na to? Okay po, tayo ma. Sige, sige. Siya muna ako. 5,000 para kay nanay.
Nasaan na yun? Naghirapan ko yun. Papadala ko na sana.
Paring Emong! Para kang nawala ng 5,000 ah.
Paano mo nalaman?
Eh, yun yung sweldo natin eh. Ano ka ba?
Yun nga. Papadala ko sana sa Pilipinas yun.
Oh my God! Seryoso? Yung 5,000 nawala mo?
Paano gagawin ko?
Dapat, nag-Denari Cash app ka na lang.
Paano ba yan?
Ganito lang, i-download mo yung app. Hindi ka nabababa para magpadala sa exchange house. Secured pa yung pera mo.
Eh, hindi ko nga kasi alam yan eh. Maganda pala yan.
Oo. Ayan o. Download mo na ngayon sa Google Play or sa App Store para magamit mo na siya agad. At di ka na mawawala ng pera. Tara, libre na lang kita. Buti na lang, may napulot akong 5,000. Ayan, Denari Cash mo na kasi yan. Tara na.